Hello, hello. Pete's Pax here, and we're live on April 19th. Had to fight with my stream key for a few minutes because it just did not want to connect. Also, today is both my father's birthday and my mother-in-law's birthday, so happy birthday to both of them. Right. Let's see. We have DMR stuff to work on, and we need to clear off our March of the Machine stuff from the desk. So apologies for anyone who was trying to watch in the last 2-3 days. Between my allergies and just feeling under the weather, and then a bout with a depressive episode. It has been kind of a rough few days. So my cough isn't completely gone, but I am mostly back. I'm not sure if I picked up some crud during the pre-release or just wasn't feeling it, but did not feel great the last few days. So it is what it is. Five. My chainer is $2.99. All right. Let's get some of this stuff put away. $2.98 goes right there. $2.99. 300. Through 1, 2, 3, 4. $305. 306. Yeah, I tried to stream a couple of days ago. I guess it was Sunday. And just felt like absolute crap. So, ended up cutting the stream short. Let's see, 7, 8. And then just went to bed. Like 11 o'clock in the morning, something like that. 308, 309. I had not slept well, and I just didn't feel well. Then I ended up waking up like really weird time in the evening. Really disoriented, and then couldn't get back to sleep till like 7 o'clock the next morning, and then that messed with my sleep the whole day. I tried to record, but just wasn't up for it. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, yeah. Between feeling sick, being very tired from overdoing it throughout the weekend, and then my sleep being messed up, it just was a combination I could not handle very well. So, but I am back. A little slower than normal today, but still back. Right, where? That's all foils. It's also all foils. Where did I put the Dominaria Dominaria Remastered rares that I had sleeved up? Oh, there they are. Right. Last chance. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. This is 325. Should be right here. So lands. The colors get mixed up or something? $34, $25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. World Quarter Dragon. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. Gamble. Right. See, everything under 24. There's one. Oh, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything else is going to be on the next page. 2 pages, I guess. So everything under 36. 5, 6, 7, 8. 32. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually getting to the different stuff with the live streams is far more difficult than it should be. I'll chat. Top chat, we want live chat. Cool. Cool. 31. Sneak attack. So sneaky. Sneaky. Sneak attack. Shivan Dragon. It's a dragon. Rawr. Siege Gang Commander. You know, really runs the parties. And Overmaster. My, what a pretty little trick. At least you'll die with style. Wow, so snarky. I love it. Okay. Let's move on to the next section of red stuff. Hi here. Hi friend, how are you doing today? Today is both my mother-in-law's birthday and my father's birthday. So, woo! It's a fun day. You had to get to your aunt's house. Oh, that's cool. Is there something special going on today, or just prefer to catch a stream from your aunt's house? Oh, cool. The musical, the movie, something else. Believe it or not, there was actually a card game at one point. It was not very good. Three, four, five, six, seven. Or... Ah, very cool. Yeah, the musical is really good. I think I would appreciate it more if I hadn't heard the entire soundtrack to it 8 or 9 times already. I mean, I watched it and it was good, but I had heard all the songs a bazillion times before I saw it, which kind of put me off it. And I'll give you 2 guesses as to who did that. It's fine. 21. Gamble. Gamble is such a good card. 7. It's a tutor that's downside can be abused. And often is. So, let's see. 29, 30, 1, 2. Overmaster. Is your aunt the one that had the newer dog that decided to eat its bed a few days ago? Because that was pretty wild when you showed me that. Let's see, 38, 7, 6. Five. Is it just like a new puppy, or is that a thing that it's done a few times now? Nine. I'm sorry. That's not a great feeling, and I know that well, and so does my partner. He's 6 months, a puppy, but also a boxer. I mean, that's a pretty big dog. I guess they're the upper size of medium dogs, but still a pretty big dog. To be honest, big dogs make me nervous. I've been bit a few times over the years. Just kind of puts me in an anxious state. There's two of them, a 2-year-old female boxer who's 85, but that's a big dog. At least to me, that's a big dog. Nine. Back over here. 849. 50. 51. I've always had dogs and been just surrounded by them. I'm actually more afraid of small ones. I've been bit by them more. Yeah, I mean, the small ones tend to be more nippy, but the big dogs I've found, if they get a hold of you, it's a bad time. But yeah, I totally understand that. I mean, I had dogs around me growing up too. I just ended up being the one to have to take care of them, which is why I don't have dogs now. Because when you have to clean up somebody else's, or clean up behind somebody else's dog, and you have no say under the conditions in which they're in, and the other person treats it like crap, and you're trying to treat the dog well, but don't really have the resources to do such, it kind of puts you off having dogs. 6'5", or at least it did to me. I don't like seeing anyone or anything in bad conditions. No. I can imagine. I mean, that's 85 pounds is a big dog. That's a real big dog. That dog bit the hell out of me. It's big enough to hurt. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Even the little ones, if they really clamp down, it's not fun. But in my mind, though, the difference is the little ones aren't going to literally rip your arm off. But fair point, nonetheless. Let's see, 335, 336. Apparently our area code is Birds of Paradise. What? Alright, 336, 789, exploration. Is it raining? It was really sunny earlier. 3940, 41. Yep. Two, three. Yeah, my sister and my mom used to have a Pomeranian, and I had at the time what was effectively a boxer, or not boxer, but Corgi and Dachshund mix. Kind of looks like a Corgi, but had the face of a Dachshund. His name was Rusty. He was my favorite dog. Their little Pomeranian, though, was just mean. His name was Foxy. And, The little shit would bite the hell out of you. 5, 6, 7, 8. Just for no reason. Eight, 9, 50. So, three. What, the Pomeranian? The Corgi Dachshund mix. Well, we don't know exactly what he was, but he looked a lot like a Corgi and had the face of a Dachshund. They said that he definitely had Dachshund in him. Yeah, he was fantastic. Super calm, super protective. Just a really great dog. But he died of old age, unfortunately, when I was in high school. But the Pomeranian was a little jerk. It was supposed to be my sister's dog, but my sister and my mom didn't take care of it. I did most of the time. And they never tried to train it. They had it live inside for half the time, and it was gross. Like, they wouldn't take care of its fur either. Grew up with Basset Hounds. Met Charlie. My brother just got a German Shepherd. He's 5 months. A good boy, still being trained, but super smart. Nice. Yeah. And the worst part is, like, they were both super loving dogs. And my mom would get my sister dogs whenever she wanted. But then there was the implicit expectation that although it was my sister's dog, I was supposed to take care of it, which I never agreed to. But what always ended up happening, because if I didn't do it, no one else would. And then I would resent those dogs. And, I just wouldn't end up really liking those dogs as a result, which is just not nice. Because, like, I love dogs. I don't have one now. But that also, really pushed in me the whole not having inside dogs. Like, or inside pets at all. Like, I am very much against having pets in my living space. I don't like it. And it's because of that whole time. Because they would have the pets in our living space, and they wouldn't keep up after them, and then they would poop in our living space, or mess up the living space, or chew up the living space, and that's gross. I don't like it. I don't like it. And that just puts me off that whole thing. Seen so many dogs who've had potential to be wonderful are just left neglected, and then they turn violent as a result. I watched my neighbor's dog bite a 3-year-old kid in the face because of this. Wow. Yeah. That's same kind of stuff I'm talking about. But also, like, it's kind of crappy to finally we're able to get it put down. Yeah, I'm sorry it had to be put down. Also sorry that I attacked you guys. But yeah, the crappy thing was, like, at no point did I want the my sister's dogs that she had at that point. But you know, I was the one that had to feed them. I was the one that had to take them for walks. I'm the one that had to clean them. You know, brush out their coats and make sure that they were taken care of. You know, I'm the one that had to build their dog houses. Like, one that had to clean everything out, scoop them up, or scoop up behind them. Like, and it wasn't optional either. Like, I had no choice in this. So, this was not pleasant for me. I really don't like being forced to do things. Just like I don't think anyone likes being forced to do things. Except under certain consensual circumstances. Like pre-consented circumstances. It's like, it's kind of like, I didn't sign up for this shit. What is this? Exactly, nobody wanted the dog to suffer. We could tell he was a good dog. They literally would just tie him up outside and leave him for days. No food or water. That's fucked up. Sorry, I'm totally cool with violating the YouTube guidelines. That is fucked up. Treating an animal like that is bad. Like, that person is bad and they should feel bad. Hey, Panda Girl. It's alright. It's pretty late for you, it's getting pretty late for you, isn't it? 10:30 your time? 4:49. Hello. Yeah, getting animal services out, depending on the area, is really hard. We were out in the sticks. Yeah, Panda's out in Malaysia, right? Is that right, Panda? You're in Malaysia, if I remember correctly. Three 54 55 and 56. Woo! We got all the borderless stuff booked up. So we have almost all the borderless stuff from DMR. Looks like we are missing 4 cards. Okay, Nina. I will point out it is probably going to take me a few tries to remember that. And Cleo. Okay. Oh, you're making me blush, Chloe. Or Cleo. Jesus, how do I keep doing that? I know it's Cleo. And my brain keeps going to Chloe. And I know it's not Chloe. Right, you two are making me blush. Alright, so absorb 354, 48, 353, 54. It's just you have a face that looks like a Chloe. I don't know how else to put it. Let's see, 56. I think it's there. Offended, honest. Okay, so on newer cards, and by newer cards I mean cards made since 1996, 97, around there. No, not 97. 99, because that's when Exodus came out. So anything from Exodus forward, the set symbol will, let's switch over to the dot cam. The set symbol will be a different color. So that's the symbol here. For newer stuff, commons are black, uncommons are silver, rares are gold, and mythics are red or orange. So, and on newer stuff, by newer stuff I mean things printed since M15, down here where it gives you the set code and the collector number, which is hard to get this thing to focus. It'll tell you beside the collector number. So it has an R for rare, a C for common, a U for uncommon, and an M for mythic. Yep. Okay, so to be fair, I remember before they did that. All right, I have to step away for just a moment for a bio break. So I will be right back. I'm very sorry. This is not something that can wait. Yes, Mythic is a newer thing. They introduced Mythic with, I believe, Lorewind, which was back in 2008. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I am back. Oh. Yep. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, I have been playing Magic longer than you've been alive. And neither of you have been alive. So, that's the whole thing. See, 56, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16. 6, 7, 8, 9. Seven, 8, 9. Hunting grounds. Yep. Whereas I have been playing Magic for nearly 30 years. It'll be 30 years in June. So. Let's see. It's this. This is Magic. It's the card game that you play with us. Good game. It's a very good game. Six, 7, 8. $70, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're available in Malaysia. Trying to think of what languages they're available in. They just stopped producing Russian recently because of the war in Ukraine. I mean, they produce it in English, so that's what most people play in. Yeah, they have them, or they're available in Malaysia. I don't think they're available in Sarawak. They're available. I know they're available in Spanish, French, Italian, German, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. Previously Russian, but they've stopped producing Russian. because of the war in Ukraine. Yeah, and you can also play an arena. Let's see if there's an LGS in Malaysia. I mean, well, that's like saying, let's see if there's an LGS in the United States. Not quite that bad, but Malaysia is a pretty large country. Yeah, there's actually quite a few. There's several in Petaling Jaya. There's several in Kuala Lumpur. Hello. Yeah, it looks like most of the shops that carry it are in Malacca or Perak. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like most of the local gaming stores for them are on the main peninsula, or on the mainland peninsula, and not the islands. I don't know if you're on the islands or not. Five, 76. Six, 7, 8. Gauntlet of Power. Okay. There's an actual place named Kusing, which translates to cat in Malaysia. That's cool. Alright, well, enjoy dinner. We will see you later on. Hi, Nina. Hopefully that is the right name and I remembered it correctly. see, 89, 79, there we go. 79. $80, $81. $82, $83. Ooh. I could really go for Malaysian. I haven't had Malaysian food in years. Or a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of my roommates in college was Malaysian, and he didn't cook often, but the few times he did, the food was amazing. Let's see. 293. Yes, I love all kinds of different food. You know this. Don't get to my size without liking food. This man misses no meals. And Mazaveth. Nine. 400. 401. Should be all the retro frame stuff, but that also doesn't feel right for some reason. Let's see, you got 412 over here, you got 401, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's right. Which means we're missing some number of cards between here and here, and I don't know what those cards are. Yes, all the noms. I love trying different foods from different places, and just trying different stuff. I have a running joke that I'll try anything twice. Because the first time might have been a fluke. So, it's all good. So, I think I am going to call it a day on booking once we finish this stack, because then we'll have all of the rares for Dominaria Remastered booked up. I'm inherently picky. That's the thing. I will eat just about anything at least once. There are certain things I don't particularly care for, but food in general, like, I love food. I love all kinds of food. Especially if I can see it being made. Like, that's fun. To me. Alright. Let's see. 98. 86. It's there. 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Very nice. 90, 91, 2, 93. 94. I'm inherently picky. Ramen noodles are my primary source of food. Oh no! What about soba noodles? Do you like soba noodles? Like, do you have any kind of food restrictions? Like, are you vegetarian, vegan, omnivore? Obviously not a carnivore since you eat ramen noodles unless they're meat noodles, which is just a funny and horrifying mental image of meat noodles. Soba noodles are buckwheat noodles. They're really good. They're just a different kind of noodle, basically. Five. I bet that last one is Zur the Enchanter, which I don't think I have a regular version of. Alright. 9, 7, 8, 17, 18. Yep, okay. 16, 17, 18. Crave the salt. Do you like pickles? You like pickles? Cool. So, pickle brine. Yes. The juice is the best. But pickle brine is heavy in salt and can help with salt cravings. You put salt in your water. Yeah, that's a thing. There's a guy I went to elementary school with. His name was Miles Casanova. And the only reason I remember his name is because he behaved very strangely, but also had a very unusual name for the area that we were in. And he would eat salt packets during school lunch. And that, I hadn't thought of him in years, and that just popped in my head. I remember we used to get on each other's nerves, but we were loosely friends. I say loosely friends because, you know, around that age everyone is loosely friends. Yeah. Yeah. Salt pills are definitely rough on the stomach. Wait a minute. Those numbers are wrong. Oh, crap. For 3, 4, 4, 45, 46, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Ooh, for a second I was worried that I had really messed something up. Yeah. Do you salt your, I assume you heavily salt your food before you eat it as well? 49, 50. Oh. Yeah, I'll get really bad salt imbalances during the summer, and it makes me really sick on my stomach. Alright, we have sleeved up and booked up all of our rares and mythics for Dominaria Remastered. Yeah, that's a thing. You could also try like salt breads. That is an option as well. But alright. We're going to take a few minutes to stretch and not sit at the desk. Oh, good stretch. Yeah. Salt deficiencies are definitely a thing. Alright, everyone. We're going to get up and stretch. Now it's a good time to go to the bathroom if you need to go to the bathroom. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes. Right, and we're back. It's a good stretch break. So, that is enough for the book for today. In fact, we are going to zip it up to help it compress a little bit, so that when we get to the commons, it will be in slightly better shape. Such, let's get to organizing some of our commons from this set. Oh. Alright. Well, I've already sorted the lands. Cricket, cricket. Why cricket, cricket? There's people in here. Actually had a whole bunch of discussion today. Yeah, it's a nice quiet day. Took a little stretch. Now we're back to sorting these out. Pull our play sets. Put in the book. Oh, you came while I was gone. Yeah. I really need to put together like a "we'll be right back" screen or something like that. But, you know, that's for another day, I guess. Well, there's nothing to say that people can't have conversations while I'm gone. But I could definitely see how that would be a little less interesting to come into. Yeah, man. And the downside of having gigantic hands when it comes to these long boxes is it can be a little difficult to get your hands on the cards themselves. All right. So it's just quiet besides I am at work just listening. Yeah, that's fair. I have discovered that the number of people that it shows in the stream. Did I make the stream last night? Unfortunately, I didn't. I'm just coming off of being sick for a couple of days. So, slowly building back up my strength. Allergies just hit me really hard. And I was not feeling well. So. But yeah. What'd you pull? Anything super cool? Started opening March of the Machine a couple nights ago. Having a lot of fun with that. Also, I've been watching the controversy over Star City Games pulling the one of 500 Ragavan, and people being upset about that, which I totally understand. Apparently, it was pulled before the pre-release, which I don't think that major vendors should be allowed to crack product before pre-release, but which used to be the rule. Though some places would do it anyway. it kind of kills a lot of the excitement for the set when places do that. Which is, from what I can see, or from what I can tell, is what everyone is really upset about. No cereal and 9 collector's boxes. Yeah, I haven't opened my collector's box yet. But the Edge Ragavan is pretty spicy. That's the most expensive card in the set, isn't it? Yeah, or have like a gag order out so they can't say anything about it for like the first week or something. It's just crappy that happened. I mean, they had one of the higher, like they had a really high chance of pulling something like that because of how much product they opened, but it's still really crappy for everyone else that they're able to do that. Non-Halo, non-serial, yes. So I haven't even seen the Halo cards yet. I've heard people talk about them, but I haven't seen any of them yet. So I have no idea what those look like. Did you pull any Halos, or is that, like, I don't know what the rate of occurrence is supposed to be for Halos, so. So that's a whole thing. Tons of Halos. You've seen one, not in person, they're meh. Yeah. What's the rate supposed to be on Halos, Twiddler? It's supposed to be like 1 per box, or I don't think I've pulled one. You pulled an uncommon and rare Halo in 1 pack, ultra rare for that to happen. That's pretty cool. Or that's really cool, actually. Yeah, without knowing the rate, it's kind of hard for me to grasp how unlikely that is. Was it supposed to be? Is it like the shattered glasses and or the shattered glass cards in the Brothers War? In the Brothers War boxes, or something along those lines? Because I pulled a few of those. Nothing too exciting, but I did pull a few. Those were supposed to be in one in every 5 or so collector's boosters. Oddly enough, they were only supposed to be in the collector's boosters, and I'm pretty sure I pulled one out of a set booster. Six collector's boxes in a row, you pulled 30 Halos. Okay, so they're in... what, so... it's 12 packs, you're pulling 5 per box on average. So about 40% chance of pulling one in a box. Or not in a box, in a collector's pack. I mean, that's not terrible odds. I really wish they would, chill on the alternate frames. Not even close to shattered glass. The rate isn't close, or the way it looks? I'm not talking shattered glass foil, I mean just the shattered glass cards in general. Because that's about the same rate as the shattered glass, the regular shattered glass. If I remember correctly, but it's also been a few months since I opened that. My memory's a little hazy on it. But like a 40% pull rate's not bad. I only ended up with one collector's box. I'm also having to be really careful how much I invest in sets lately. Just because money is starting to get a little tight. But, easy come, easy go. How they say. Do 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 do. See that. Alright, we've got our first pass of the white stuff done. Let's see. Set, we're doing 3 play sets, so 1 for the book, 2 for the box, and then the rest is bulk. The raised oil slick yet? It feels. Yeah, I've opened the oil slicks. Feels like that, but with a halo foiling. Very interesting, but wasteful since they introduced new prints every single set. It seems. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm already tired of the new treatments because they've been doing like 2 or 3 new treatments every single set. And it's boring already. Like, how many different ways can you do a foil card? It's just not even interesting to me anymore. Oh, did I miss a block of cards? Oh. I did. Damn it. It's good I caught it now instead of catching it later. Yeah, so they're like the oil slicks. What's the deal with the aftermath stuff? So that the aftermath stuff is going to be standard legal, right? Or do we not know yet? Because I saw some BS about them doing 5-card packs, and was not happy about that. So, like, switching to 5-card packs would just be insult to injury. A lot of ways. At this point. As a new player, it makes it so difficult to figure out what is what too, with so many variants in a single pack. It really is. Halo foils can be uncommon, rare, or mythic, so they are more common to pull. More common than what? Shattered glass? Excuse me. Even as a veteran player, a lot of the variants just, they don't feel like Magic cards. And they've definitely been going overboard with the different treatments. And then, on top of it, it's hard to get a matching playset of anything anymore, and I don't like that. Like, that feels crappy to me. And it feels like, well, not even feels like, just objectively, I'm having to open more product to get the same, effectively the same number of cards, and I don't like that. Yeah, exactly. Like, we don't need 8 to 10 different versions of a single card in standard. That's obnoxious. Like, at this point I have 10 of the new Elishnorn. I don't have a single matching playset. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with Aftermath. Like, I don't know what kind of order size I'm going to be doing. Because I'm not sure what I can afford to order at the moment. Aftermath is currently listed as legal in all major formats. Okay. Do we have any idea of the contents of Aftermath at this point, or is it just it'll be whatever it ends up being? One that really threw me for a loop was the renaming of a bunch of cards for Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow for Dracula. It was so confusing because it wasn't very clear. Well, I mean, so yes, I agree that was a thing, but also the in-universe and broad universe thing that they did with those is they put the name of the actual card on it, though, so that's good. But that's something they started, well, it didn't really start, but definitely did a lot of in Ikoria, which is about 2 years ago now. I remember correctly, with the Godzilla cards. So, yeah. We're going to do an extra Oromancer, just because I actually use that card quite a bit. And I want to make sure that I have versions available. More common than Shattered Glass to pull, yes, in my opinion. A lot more common. I opened a ton for this war. I got half the Shattered Glass that I have Halo foils thus far. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. But I just want them to calm down with the stuff that they've been doing lately. We don't need 10 variants of the same card. And it goes back to the whole commander first design approach that they've been going with, which I think is just an asinine way of designing cards. Because let's face it, the people that are going to open the most packs are not commander players. And putting a commander product on every single release is burning through design space that they don't need to do. And it's just exhausting to keep up with. Like, it's dumb. It's dumb and I don't like it. It almost feels like they decided to listen to a couple of really loud people that don't really buy that much product. Like, at least that's what it seems like. I feel like if they really listened to people that were buying, large amounts of, well, not necessarily large amounts of product, but, players, things would be going better. But it doesn't really feel like that's the approach they've been taking. But, what do I know? I've only been playing this game forever and a day, so... Since I resell, I have to speculate on sales, so I buy everything. Aftermath is supposed to have only uncommon through mythics, no commons, with varying amounts of the others. Yeah, I mean, I get that. As an individual collector, it's a weird prospect for a set, because on one hand, it should have really good stuff, and on the other hand, I really don't want to encourage that bullshit behavior with them. You started off playing Commander, and I agree, a really big number. Why would they build Commander first? Yeah, it's just, it doesn't make sense. Like, that's not where your major players are. By major players, I mean like the ones that are really out there spreading the word about Magic and buying the most stuff. That's not where your big players are. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand why they do that. And what it ends up doing is creating a lot of bloat across their product line. So instead of having a focused, well-designed product, they end up just throwing a lot of shit at the wall to see what sticks. And yeah. And it goes all over the place. Agree 100% that they need to slow down. However, I think the fireside chat was the beginning of the slowdown, since Magic is planned and designed 18 to 24 months ahead of time. I think we'll see the slowdown. So the argument that things are staged 2 years ahead of time is a bullshit argument, because you can always having come from multiple enterprises where we have to plan things 2 or 3 years ahead of time, shortening release cycles is difficult. Lengthening them is easy. So, I call bullshit on their argument that, oh, we've already planned this release schedule for the next 2 years. Yeah, but you can update that release schedule. Like, the cost of extending a release schedule is effectively zero, whereas shortening the release schedule is what costs more. So it's a bad argument, and they should feel bad. Like, it is a bullshit reason to continue just bad behavior, in my mind. Because they even showed us last year that they can extend release dates without really any harm, because they were delayed on Unfinity, and they decided to push back Unfinity and a couple of other sets like 4 or 5 months due to shortages in due to supply chain shortages in base materials. Like, they've already proven to us that they can delay things. Now what they need to do is go back to having a reasonable pace and a reasonable amount of time between releases. And the whole infinite hype train, one spoiler season runs into the next, it's exhausting, and it's burning people out. It has burnt people out. I have multiple people that have just gone to other games because of how burnt out they got on Magic in the last 2 years. So, the only reason Flesh and Blood is doing as well as it is because they've neglected their competitive scene for the last 4 years. So, but yeah, I don't want to be all doom and gloom on it, but they need to get their head out of their ass. Because that is what's really causing the most problems. And they really need to revisit the whole concept of Commander First Design. It is not going well. It has not been going well. And keeps running into just absolutely ridiculous stuff getting through testing that should have never gotten through testing. Yes. Which is also why their quality control has gone to shit in about the last 3 years. I used to, collect misprints and miscuts and things like that pretty regularly. And by regularly, I mean like I actually spent the time to go out and hunt them down because they were unusual and hard to find. Now I'm getting multiple in every box that I open. To the point where I don't even bother. I don't even bother getting miscuts and misprints anymore. Because there's no point. There's so many of them that they're not special anymore. Yeah. Well, like the production facility in the U.S. Has been overloaded printing Commander products, and the one in Belgium, I don't know what's going on there, but I don't know. I'll be honest. I love Japanese products broadly, but Japanese MTG stuff I really don't like. That they put the rares and everything in the front. I do not like that. It gets on my nerves because that's not the collation that they should be doing. But what do I know? Then the Japanese foils curl way more than the Belgian ones because of the difference in humidity. Part of the cutback for the U.S. printing facility also is they had several major leaks come out of them. I mean, I understand how they're doing it. Like they're doing setups for different sheets. So it used to be you would have 2, maybe 3 setups per sheet. Or, sorry, 2 different sheets. So they do an entire sheet. And they only have one type of process on a given sheet. With some of the variants, they don't have to do a whole new layout or a whole new setup for additional sheets, and some of them they do. And it's like they are using the same facilities for most things. We also have to remember these are massive facilities. I don't know if you've ever been to one of the Cartamundi facilities or any of the other ones that are really big like that, but it's pretty huge. So not exactly kind of thing that they have to do small runs. Like they can do big runs of different variants. But yeah, because they are offset. Like all of these are offset printed. It's 5-color offset printed. It's like 30.1 degree offset or something. Yeah. Yeah, like they've got a really big facility outside of Dallas. I've driven past it. I haven't been in it. And then there's a big one in Belgium and a really big one in Japan. So yeah. But like for most things, the printing for like the standard version versus the foil version isn't any different. Um, and it really depends on the kind of foiling if it makes much of a difference. But I can definitely see that that it doesn't take that much of a difference of setup. It's more getting like the different print plates made up for everything. Unless they're doing digital offset, which I'm not sure. That is a portion of the process that I'm ignorant of. Gotta run to lunch. Good chat. Catch you later. Alright, have a good one, Twiddler. We will definitely see you in another one. And once we get the white commons finished up, which there's not a whole lot left, I think we're gonna call this stream done and dusted because we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. I'm not sure they are. I think it's still traditional. Yeah, I mean, it could go either way. I mean, digital offset lithographies come a long way in the last 30 years. I do know that they use digital assets for a lot of things. I don't think they're doing analog offset lithography though, or lithographic printing. Just based on the level of detail for certain things. I mean, I guess there would be a way of finding out, but I don't know what that would be off the top of my head. We could probably track down a method. Yeah. Digital is more expensive. They might do a bit of both, like I mentioned. So digital is more expensive up front, but your long-term operational is a lot less expensive. And with the volume and the complexity that they're printing, I could definitely see them being on digital, which would also reduce their setup time between different sets. The way the offset printing looks, when you scope it, looks like it's digital. In fact, it looks like they were doing digital from the very beginning. And since I've never seen I've never seen someone try to sell a print plate I've never seen them try to. I've never seen someone try to sell a print plate for Magic cards, which I would expect at least one to have come out over the years. I have a feeling that they've been using digital offset lithography since pretty early on. but I don't know for certain one way or the other. I just suspect that it is. I ended up with a lot of sunglasses. All right. One little stack left for the white commons. Yeah, I don't know. But what I have noticed is that they've been trying to bring back some older product types that sold extremely well. Like the plane chase stuff. I think it was plane chase. Yeah, plane chase, I believe. That they did with the most recent commander decks. That was something that sold like hotcakes the first couple times. That can very well be it if you do it improperly as well. It's more likely to curl, in my experience. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. Again, my direct experience with that is limited, but my experience with logistics and with the logistics side of commercial printing makes me think that it's probably digital. But I don't know. But yeah, they have been bringing back a couple of older products, or kind of shoehorning older products into some of their things more recently. And it seems like they're trying to recapture sales that they had before. Vacation Javelineers. That, and they've been trying to play on they've been doing more about trying to play on nostalgia recently, like between the Brothers War and Dominator Remastered and a few of the other products. It seems like they're trying to get back a couple of segments of players that I know have dropped off in the last few years. But who knows? I cannot read minds. If I could, I would be in a very different place, doing very different things. Right. On to the last two. They just hit a decade milestone. It makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Doing some throwback products makes sense, but also just I They really screwed the pooch with Magic 30, and that was one of the big ones. Like, they messed up pretty big with it, and then they followed it up with more of the same kind of thing. So I don't know, but the smartest thing to do with M30 would probably be to just, re-release it at a lower price point. But we all know they're not going to do that. But you have to wonder what they did with all of that product that they didn't sell. Because it didn't sell out. They stopped the sale of it because it was being received so poorly. There's a very big difference between we have sold everything and this sale has ended. So. Yeah. All right. So that's the stuff to go in the book. This is the stuff that goes in the box. Let's put this in the box. Okay. White is all boxed up. Now, we'll be able to sleep, or not sleep, but, oh man. We'll be able to put that in the binder tomorrow. And, yeah. That's another one done. Cool. Woohoo! Well, thank you for everyone for joining me today. It's been a ton of fun. I love it when chat is active. So we have a much more fun time. And everyone gets to hang out and have a good time. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Woo! And until next time, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.